Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday again, Wednesday, July 2nd. And I'd like to thank everyone. A week and a half ago, we had our festival. Thank you for coming out. Got a little scary in the beginning with that storm, but it passed by and we really had a wonderful time. And thank you for all your support. Thank you to all the many workers. Really, really am grateful. It was a great day. Do you ever feel like in your life that it's sometimes things are too much, like just too many storms, life's chaotic? You wonder about the state of our world, and wars and all this. And you just look at all this stuff and it just drives you crazy. Not to mention the struggles in our own personal lives. Maybe you're grieving a loss and going through that, or worried about someone who's sick in your family, or worried about your children, your grandchildren, your parents, your grandparents. And sometimes it gets to be too much, and you wonder in all of that, like, where's God in all this? Do you ever wonder that? Like, where's God in all this? He seems to be silent. Well, yesterday's scriptures really touched me because it really deals with this pretty emphatically. It's from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 8, beginning with verse 23. I'd just like to share it. It's a very short passage. As Jesus got into a boat, his disciples followed him. Suddenly, a violent storm came up on the sea, so that the boat was being swamped by waves, but he was asleep. They came and woke him, saying, "Lord, save us, we are perishing." He said to them, "Why are you terrified, O ye of little faith?" Then he got up, rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was great calm. The men were amazed, and they said, "What sort of man is this, whom even the winds and the sea obey?" Sometimes we can feel like the disciples. You're in the storm of life, and it seems like God's sleeping, and where is he? And like, what should we do in these situations? Well, the disciples give us a great example. What do? They cry out. To cry out to the Lord in our need. Do you ever cry out to the Lord in your need? Lord, save me. Lord, help me. And then he calms the storms of our lives. You see, Jesus Christ is the Prince of Peace. He's the source of our peace. And Jesus is very much at peace. He's at peace in that boat. He's sleeping right through that storm. Doesn't bother him a bit. Not the disciples. They're all shook up. They're fearful for their lives. He says it right there. They were, Lord, save us. And he says, why are you terrified? They were terrified. Well, see, the antidote to the storms in our lives is to turn to Jesus Christ. And what happens usually before we do that, we just get all upset. We start screaming and yelling, why is the world this way? Why is this happening? Why does God allow this to happen? Blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't do any good, and we get even more churned up. The next time you feel the storms of life, they're overwhelming in your life, just stop and turn to Jesus. Lord, come into my heart. Lord, I need your peace at this time. Now, he may or may not calm the storm, but he can calm our hearts if we turn to him. See? And that's the beauty of it. And this is something that the saints and the mystics teach us over and over again, that they were so connected to Christ that all these storms were all around them. And at the same time, they still experience peace in their heart, both at the same time. The craziness of life, the chaos in the world, and the peace of Christ in their own heart. Nothing can take that away from us as long as we invite Christ in. And that really is the answer. Try that this week. As you're walking through a storm, whatever's going on in your life, all the personal things, the stuff of the world, whatever it is, just stop and turn to Jesus. Just like the disciples did. Lord, save me. Lord, save us. And allow his peace in our heart. And again, he may not calm the storms outside us, but he will calm the storm that's inside our own hearts. This week, let's turn to Jesus in a deeper way. He is the Prince of Peace, and that's the gift we all want. Peace. Peace in our hearts. God bless you.